Thank you for tuning in again. Today, we're going to carry on talking about weight loss products. Um, Last time we spoke about Ozempic and we told you about how it works and the benefits and the risk of it. So today, we're going to be talking a little bit more about it, about the other products, what we really think about it.
And I think it's very important for us to also just as healthcare professionals talk to you about our take on some of these products, including Ozempic. I think Ozempic is the topic of the season, and it's very important that we talk about it in a sense that we're actually giving you a consultation about Ozempic. So if you came to us in a pharmacy setting, or just, as our friends or whatever, and you're talking to us about Ozempic and asking about if it's suitable for you, what would we say to you? I think it's very important we have this conversation because if I mean it is all over the news now. Ozempic is all over the news. There's been, unfortunately, some good results with Ozempic and also some not so good results with Ozempic. Unfortunately, the not so good results have even been tragic. There's been some deaths with Ozempic. So it's very important to have that conversation and also just have conversation about weight loss and I suppose the stigma behind weight loss, because that is something that unfortunately society is now very, very big on. And people are going about it, some of them the right way, and others will do anything to go about weight loss. Um, so Steph, like, what do you think? What do you think about Ozempic in terms of it? Should it be licensed for weight loss? Should there be some sort of like limit as to what and how what Ozempic can be used for and who can use it?
Yeah, so as we mentioned, Ozempic, people have benefited from it. They've seen like really dramatic result from it where they've lost like a lot of weight. I think that is great. You know, um, I'm not gonna put that down. That is a great result. But recently, there was some news about a lady who passed away. Well, I'm not sure if it was Ozempic, but basically they used a weight loss product, and it
Mhm.
wasn't just one. They mixed. I think they were on Saxenda, and then they also used Ozempic. I don't know
Mhm.
the full details, and I just feel like people are so body conscious that they instantly want they want an instant result and they don't want to work hard for it. Actually,
Yeah.
no, let me take that back. Like people do work hard to lose weight. It is a difficult thing to do to lose weight. And I think because a lot of people are more body conscious and stuff, they go for the easy way out of it and use these
Yeah.
products. I mean, Ozempic has been good in the sense where it's helping people lose weight. But the
Mm.
only problem is that it's not licensed. That's my issue about it. It's not licensed.
Mm.
And, it's fairly new. So it's still like people still don't know the real side effect. Obviously, we do know the side effects of it. But as time goes on, different things are going to come in light of it.
Yeah.
You know, like
But
this
I think
tragic.
I think that is slightly, it is great. It is great and it's correct. We don't know much about it, but we could say the same about something like COVID. We didn't know much about it. We didn't know much about the vaccines. People were getting it. So personally, I think that is not necessarily like what people should even look up. There's not much that is known about it, but
Mm,
we know one thing for sure, that it is actually licensed. It is licensed for one thing, which is type 2 diabetes.
yeah.
And off label, they can use it for weight loss.
Mm,
So I'm not putting down anyone on using Ozempic for weight loss, regardless of whether you have diabetes or not. But for me personally, what I'm going to say is if you are thinking of it, speak to your healthcare professional and make sure they're accredited as well. Because, I mean, you've had cases, Steph, of people going to clinics and just getting it, like getting a script like that. And
yeah.
how do they know about your like your health issues? How do they know about your
Mm,
your your family history and things like that? you know?
Yeah. I think if you've hit the nail right there. Like people are getting it from these clinics where people don't know their history. Like people can easily get it online now, and these things are not cheap. Like
No.
these weight loss products, they're not cheap, and the fact that people can easily get it and is a bit like a bit worrying.
Mm,
Um, I read this story where this lady, like she was using it for diabetes, its
mhm.
license indication,
Yeah.
and she also benefited from it, from like the weight loss product. And
Mm,
she said she felt so lousy on it. She was just
mm,
vomiting. There was a point where she literally vomited so much she was like in her puke.
mm.
Like she didn't know whether to carry on taking it or to stop it because it was helping her with her diabetes, but the
Yeah.
effect that she was getting from it was so lousy.
Mm,
And yeah, like, I felt so bad for her because although like she's gaining some effect from it for her disease, she was
mm.
feeling really awful on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just felt so bad. Yeah.
You say that, but I think it was slightly similar with a woman who unfortunately passed away because of Ozempic or because of, complications, let's say that way, because we don't know exactly. So, allegedly, Ozempic might have been one of the reasons. And I think from what I've read and from what is being put out there is that she had some of these really severe side effects for a while, I think for up to 5 months. And that's already like your body telling you something. If you're having side effects for that long already, like that's your body telling you maybe this is not a drug for you. So it's things like that. Like we need to listen to our bodies. It's weird. We say like listen to your body, but when you actually think about it, you need to actually listen to your body. It's a lot of things that your body will tell you that maybe no one else will even tell you. When you have low iron, you just feel tiredness, fatigue, things like that. Your body is already telling you you need to get that checked. You need to get your irons checked. You need to check your, minerals and stuff like that. And that is something we need to do even when we're taking medication. Your body is telling you this is not for you. You need to check with someone and make sure, okay, maybe this is actually not for me.
Mm. Yeah, I totally agree. But Trudy, do
Hmm.
you think like these drug companies, yeah,
Hmm.
they're just in it for the money? Because Ozempic is not licensed for weight
Weight
loss.
loss.
But however, Wegovy is. And
Mm.
the reason why I'm asking Trudy this is because Wegovy contains like the same medication
It's the same generic.
as Ozempic,
It
but
is.
we have a higher strength for Wegovy. But
Hmm.
yet Ozempic is not licensed. I know Ozempic came first, like, but why didn't they come back and say, "Oh, since Ozempic has been helping with weight loss,
Mm.
let's get another license for it for weight
Right.
loss." Yet they
Right.
brought another medication of the same medication of
Similar.
the same
That's
drug,
it.
different name,
Mm.
to be licensed for weight loss. I mean,
Mm.
I feel this is like a scheme to like make some money.
It kind of is because wait, hold on, but are they not from the same company? Didn't
Yeah, same
Novo?
company.
They're made from the same company. That's it. They're
Yes.
actually the same company that's now come back with a drug.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I mean, I'll be very honest. Some pharma companies are here to make money. I'm not calling out any pharma companies, but we all know the pharma companies. Like we watch movies, we know this. We're in this field. We know the pharma
Yeah.
companies are here to make money, right? I feel that maybe I'd come up with this drug and maybe it was not licensed for diabetes. I'm sorry, for weight loss. I beg your pardon. And of course, they had to go back into their labs and just make certain changes because I suppose how it works is, you have to go through some boxes. You have to tick some boxes, and you didn't tick that
Mhm.
box of weight loss, so they had to go and come up with this drug, Wegovy, which is of course licensed for weight loss, but of course with the popularity of Ozempic, Wegovy is not it's not even hitting the same way Ozempic is. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what? You got on TikTok. I was just reading somewhere on TikTok. I think there's like 350 million clicks on Ozempic or tweets or
Wow.
not tweets, hashtags or something like that. on Ozempic.
Wow.
And I'm thinking that is a lot of people talking about Ozempic. That's like literally
Yeah.
so many people. And some of them, let's be very honest, like we know the demographic on TikTok. Some of them are not even old enough to be using Ozempic.
I
So
know.
because it's been made so popular by celebrities and everyone like that, I feel that even little girls are now going trying to find out about Ozempic, you know.
But one thing, Ozempic shouldn't be used like under 12.
Hmm.
Patient 12. I think
With
Wegovy can be used
diabetes.
for,
Hmm.
yeah, for 12, like
Hmm.
12 years and above for weight
Hmm.
loss. But
Yeah.
for Ozempic, like
No.
it's like patients under 12 cannot use it. So that's when
Yeah.
people be careful about these things.
But like let's just for argument's sake, like I'm sorry, but a 12-year-old, why is a 12-year-old so conscious about their weight that they're willing to take medication? Now, that is a conversation that we need to have as a society
Yeah.
because at 12 years old, I probably still was playing with my Barbies. And that's what should happen. Like, do you know what? I couldn't care at 12 years old if I was at a point where maybe I needed to do something about my weight or not. Now, I'm
Mm,
not saying that we shouldn't encourage healthy eating, healthy lifestyle to our children.
mm,
100%. 100%. I've got two nephews, love them to bits. One of them loves football. I love that for him. You know, he keeps active and I love that.
yeah.
And if it got to a point, maybe we need to intervene. I would maybe step in and maybe just change some of the lifestyle, you know?
Mm,
Personally, changing or helping with something like weight loss but using medication,
mm.
I have my like I am very concerned. Like I have my
Yeah.
reservations, you know.
I
And I'm not
think
even a
people
parent.
are looking for the easy way out, as we said
Yeah.
before. Like,
Mm,
the society these days are so body conscious. Like everybody is. Like you go
mm,
onto social media, like once somebody loses weight, like everybody will be like, "Oh,
that's
she lost
it.
so much weight." Like somebody
Yeah.
gains weight. "Oh, did you see that she put on weight? Is she pregnant?" People start
Mm,
to make a lot of speculations, which
that's
is
it.
so bad and makes people feel really bad about the weight. Like I'm not even
Hmm.
talking about just society.
Yeah.
Let's even bring it back home. Yeah, even
Hmm.
if like in my household, yeah, some
Hmm.
aunties will come, "Oh, Stephanie, you've lost a bit of weight."
Mm.
Yeah, maybe like I'm going through
See,
something like some mental problem, like some challenges or
I feel
something.
like
That's why I've
aunties,
lost weight. And
they're worse when you've gained the weight. I think they will it's your own people who contribute to you thinking, wait, I need to
honestly,
do something about it because they'll be like, you've gained a little bit of weight. And it's like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm eating all right, you know. But now you start thinking about it. And I think, you know, it is okay for, I suppose, family and friends to be that honest and to
no,
tell us as it is. It is
no.
okay, but I think it is okay. Like I would want to tell you, Steph, if I feel like you have a pimple on your forehead, I want to tell you,
Okay,
Steph,
that's
we need
different.
to do something about something that, that thing that's saying hello to me on your forehead. But when it comes to now as individuals, maybe we need to
Yeah.
stop taking things such heavily. Like we need to stop
Mm.
taking people's opinions on such a heavy sort of like, do you know what I mean? I feel
Okay, I
like
get
as
what you mean,
individuals,
but I disagree in some extent. I think weight is it's a very personal thing, and I
mhm,
think people shouldn't talk about it. Whether you've gained weight or lost weight, I don't think people should talk about it.
mhm,
Personally, I don't want to hear it. If I've gained weight, yeah, don't tell me. I can see in the mirror that I've gained weight. Don't
yeah,
tell me, like
yeah, no, of course, yeah,
um, do you know what I mean? Like, I
yeah,
think
no, of
these
course.
aunties, sorry, yeah,
No, the
they
aunties.
shouldn't say.
But you really think we're gonna stop the aunties? The aunties have been like that for generations and generations. This woman will come in and
Yeah,
she'll tell you, Stephanie, come, let's go gym now. Sometimes gym,
I
you know.
know.
So the aunties is one of those things. I think because there's some things we cannot control. You know, we cannot change our families. We cannot
Yeah,
pick our families. We can't choose who are the
yeah,
people around us and who are the people in our families. So there's some things we cannot change. But with what we can change,
yeah,
is maybe our take on some of these things. We know, like we might have these aunties who come and they're very opinionated about our lifestyles, about our weight, our skin, our clothing, all of these things, they will always have something to say.
Yeah.
But you as an individual, what have you got to say about yourself? Like if you're happy in your lifestyle, if you're healthy and happy, like personally, I want to promote health as much as I can. So if you're at a point in life where maybe you're not as healthy as you should be, have that conversation with yourself. Like, okay, what can I do? What's the first step I can do? First step, to be honest, is just accepting it. Yes, it is not a conversation anyone wants to have with anyone, or even anyone wants to be told. But some of these things, it's just worth you being very honest with yourself. Like, and it's health is all about that. I think, forget even just weight gain. I think even when you're going through certain um situations in life, like depression and things like that, we come from a society, as Black people especially, Stephanie, you will know this, that when people are depressed, they kind of like just dismiss that, and I think having, say, that conversation where you're like, yes, this is happening, and being and accepting it is a first step to a lot of these things.
Do you think people have been like unfairly blamed for being obese or overweight, and therefore has been like forced or encouraged like to use these drugs?
I don't know. I wouldn't say necessarily blamed, but society is harsh. Like, you'll post something on Instagram, on TikTok or whatever, and some of the comments, someone will be like, "Oh, why don't you go to the gym and lose some weight first?" Or you'll post like your
Yeah.
breakfast or your lunch, and someone is like, "You shouldn't be eating that with your weight." So I feel like we're just living in a society where everyone is so opinionated, and there's a lot of hiding behind the screens. So a lot of people
Mm,
can easily say anything to anyone out there,
mm,
like, "Oh, you're so far," whatever, and they get away with it. And
yeah.
what they don't realize is there is someone behind that screen who is left in a state of, "Oh my god, like what is wrong with me," kind of thing. So society, to some extent, has pushed a lot of people to feel that it's okay to go
Mm,
to extremes, you know, to lose weight. Even like
yeah.
pregnant women, like, I'm sorry, but why is it that now pregnant women are thinking, as soon as I'm done, I need to jump on Ozempic? You've
Yeah.
just had a baby. You
That's
carried a
what we
whole
see on social
human.
media. Yeah.
That's it. Because a lot of these celebrities, as soon as they've had a baby, snatch back. Mm-mm. It doesn't, it's not normal. It's not like, we're all not built like that. There's people will actually have a child, and a couple of days later, you'll be like, wow, did you even carry anything, And then there is women who will, the weight loss will be a process. It will take some time, and guess what, that is actually normal. So it's just
Mm,
making some of these things normal. Like, when
yeah.
you gain some weight in the winter, when you gain some weight, it's fine. You're eating a little bit more because it's a little bit cold, and it's fine. But what is your take on, say, people who have done their research, they've done their due diligence, they've checked their family history, and everything's all good. Thumbs up. Like, can people like that use Ozempic stuff? Or what do you think?
I think so far as like they've exhausted all their like their options, like eating healthily, exercising, they've tried other
Mm-hmm.
things to lose weight. Yes, fair enough. You could go into these medications, Ozempic, Wegovy. Just you personally, just make sure that you're willing to take on the responsibility of using these medications, because they come, like, you do have your benefits and your risk. You will lose the weight, like you will get your desired weight, but are you willing to also have the side effects? I mean, like, whoever wants to use it, that is fine. Just make sure that you do your history. Like, I don't blame these
Mm-hmm.
people for using these products, yeah, because weight, it's it's a very tricky thing. There are environmental factors and there are genetic factors that contribute to
Mhm.
like weight. Like there's some people they find it's very difficult to lose weight, and it's because of their genetics. So I don't
That's
blame
it.
them. Like, you know,
Mm.
that they will resort to using these medications because they've probably tried everything they can just to lose the weight, but because of
Mm.
their genetics they're not able to lose the weight, you know.
That's it.
So anybody that is going through that sort of thing, they've tried and tried everything,
Mm.
fair enough, use these products, you know. If you want to take on that you know, responsibility, do that, but make sure you do your research, you know.
Mm.
Make sure you let your health professionals know that you've got A and B, like you're maybe you've got diabetes, you don't have diabetes, you have thyroid, you don't have thyroid, you know, let them know so that they will make that decision that it is safe for you to be on these medication. But one thing I will say, like people that basically they're living that sedentary lifestyle, make sure you cut down on these lifestyle, you know, make the first step first, you know, make
Yeah.
sure that you're cutting down on eating fatty foods, drinking loads of sugary drinks, you know, these are the first steps in losing weight, your lifestyle. Once you cut
Mm.
down on these things, you will see major result. Like for instance, like when I gave birth, yeah, obviously I wanted to go back to my pre-pregnancy
Snatch back.
pre-pregnancy weight. Everybody does, but then I wanted to automatically lose the weight, and I wasn't um looking at my lifestyle. So
Mm.
for instance, I was eating normally, like I was like the way I was eating when I was pregnant, which was really bad. But then I wasn't taking into fact that okay, if I want to go back to my pre-pregnancy weight, I
Mm.
need to make a major cutback. So I started checking my portion, like, you know, eat like in terms of like my carbs, I was cutting it down. I
Mm.
was exercising and I saw a major difference to my weight.
Yeah.
But people automatically want to result in the easy way out. And I think sometimes we lose focus. We lose
Mm.
focus. You need to do the hard work before
Yeah.
going to these easy way out. Let me just put it that
Yeah. I think as well, as much as Ozempic is a drug that can help you lose weight, because of course it's suppressing your appetite, food is being broken down slower. So it's almost like the same person who was eating, I don't know, like a big Sunday roast whilst on Ozempic, they will not finish that because that's what your brain is telling you. So I think they think this is good, but what you don't realize is your body also needs that exercise. Your body needs activity, and physical activity is very important for the body, not just for
one.
weight, not just for weight loss and maintaining a good weight, but literally for a lot of things, for the mind as well. A lot of people, Stephanie, you will know this because I'm sure you practice this as well. Like a lot of people who say come to health professionals with say depressive states. Fasting is normally lifestyle as well. You know what you're eating because again, a lot of these things can cause a lot of complications. So what we eat is not just going to cause implications on our weight, but it's also going to like impact our mental health as well and also exercise. So that's what we normally do fast, Stephanie. You should know. Yeah, you would agree, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, so food and lifestyle or diet and lifestyle. And then after
Mm,
that, of course, if that doesn't work, then we resort to treatment. And it's the same way with, I think, with weight loss. We need to drive that idea of changing our lifestyle to start
yeah.
with. And then, of course, if that does not work, and I'm not saying that the people using Ozempic that they've tried that and it doesn't work. Oh, it's not, they've tried that and it didn't work. And they're on Ozempic, or they've not tried that. It is different with everyone. But I think it's very important that even the media drives a lot of diet and lifestyle changes
Yeah.
before putting it out there that this is the miracle drug, this is the magic drug. You want to lose weight fast? This is the drug for you.
Yeah.
I think because of that, because of what media, because of what society is putting out there, a lot more people are not just aware of this drug, but also using this drug. It's become very popular
Yeah.
for the wrong reasons, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the cost of it, Stephanie. Oh, it's
It is
so,
expensive.
it is
Like,
actually a very expensive drug.
yeah. Not just Ozempic, like all of them,
Mm,
Wegovy, Monjaro, like
yeah,
Ribosas, all of them, they're so expensive. So if you want to spend a bit of money, by all means, go for it. I mean,
that's
like
it.
eating healthily and going to the gym might be a little bit cheaper than these drugs. So it's up to you.
And a long time as well, it might be beneficial because
Yeah.
we all know with medication, let's just be honest here, like after a while, you might go back to this medication because it's like any other medication. You stop taking it, your body might not really react very well and you might need it. So it's like almost like you have to do something to maintain it. And if you've been say on Ozempic and you've lost a considerable amount of weight and you used it for weight loss, it might be worth now jumping onto maybe changing that lifestyle altogether and maybe getting, putting Ozempic on the side.
Good. Thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, a healthy chat is a step towards a healthy life.
If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss, drop us an email at consultationroompod@gmail.com. Our Instagram is @consultationroompod. See you next week.